Hey beautiful yogis, welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. This video is part of the how-to series where I break poses down so you can understand what needs to be opened and what needs to be strengthened in order for you to feel safe and to feel really good in each of the poses. So this video today is on tripod headstand. So it's really important, if you've never done tripod headstand before, to watch this video closely, maybe even watch it a couple times so you understand the alignment of the pose and what needs to happen in the hands, the shoulders, in order for you to really protect the neck before attempting this. All right. So when we think of tripod headstand, actually looking at the shape, it is essentially chaturanga, but upside down. So before you come into tripod headstand, you want to make sure that you have your chaturanga down. Okay, so if you haven't already, please watch my how-to on chaturanga so you can understand exactly what needs to happen with chaturanga, because it is the same principles here. Okay, so if you've watched the video, then you can start to continue with this one. So bringing the hands down onto the mat. We'll shift the shoulders forward, just start into a tabletop so you can understand what needs to happen with the hands. I'll just go through it quickly again. So grabbing the ground with the fingertips, pressing down into the index finger knuckle, and then really rooting down into the hands. So even though the floor is flat, the earth is flat, imagine like you're grabbing a big ball with the hands. Now, keeping that, think of the jam jars with the hands. I've explained this in my other videos. Hugging the thumbs slightly in, drawing the little pinky fingers in towards the side ribs so you can feel all the muscles around the shoulder girdle start to fire and work. Then we'll bring the knees together for this one. So this is essentially just showing you where the crown of the head will come down to the mat. So it's just training the shape. So coming into that upside down chaturanga essentially. So bring the knees a teeny tiny bit closer. Almost think like a hand's distance away or maybe 2 hands distance away. So as we breathe in, we'll shift the shoulders forward, keep the rounding. Then as we exhale, we'll bend the elbows, think chaturanga with the arms. Then bringing the chin to the chest, lower the crown of the head down. Take a moment, breathe in. Then as you exhale, press the earth away, straighten the arms, come back up, and then move the sit bones down towards the heels. Ha. So we're going to do that 3 more times. So plant the hands down. So just so you can really understand where exactly the crown of the head needs to be in relation to the hands, we make that triangular shape. Inhale, shifting forwards. Exhale, think chaturanga, bend the elbows, chin to chest, lower the crown of the head down. Take a breath in, press the earth away, come back up on the breath out, and then sit bones to heels. Once more. Inhale, shift forwards. I know I said 3 more, but we'll just do once more. Exhale, bend the elbows, chin to chest, light tap of the crown. And then back up, breathe in, sit bones to heels, breath out. All right. So making sure that you have that triangular shape so that when the crown of the head is down and you're looking towards your hands, you can see your hands. If you can't see your hands and they're too close to your face, then you're not going to have the right support for the shoulders and the whole shoulder girdle to hold you up to protect the neck when you come up. All right, so we'll come back into this one. Chin to chest, bend the elbows, think chaturanga. Good. Now here, pressing the earth away, I still want you to think jam jars with the hands, hugging the thumbs in, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, scooping up through the low belly, then press into the balls of the feet and start to pick the knees off the mat. Breathe in. Now, the first thing, so keep working the elbows in. So making sure the elbows are hugging in. As the thumbs hug in, we'll start to walk the feet in a little closer, So first we want to think about the pelvis going right on top of the shoulders, walking the feet in a little closer, stop, that's it. Then keep working the elbows in as you press down into the hands for 3. For 2, shoulders keep pulling away from the ears. And 1, lower the knees down. Take a little break. That's it. Perfect. All right. Now, next thing that we're going to do, stage 3, is putting the knees to the upper arm. And we'll just start with going one knee to one upper arm, lowering the foot down, other knee to the upper arm, lowering it down. Then we'll start to work to stage 4, where we work both knees to both upper arms, holding the balance here. All right. So we reaffirm with the hands. The knees are about hands distance away. We shift the shoulders forwards. We bend the elbows, think chaturanga, crown of the head comes down. We press down to the palms. We pick the knees off the mat. We walk the feet in. Now we're just going to do one leg at a time. So keeping the elbows hugged in. That's it. So think one knee to one upper arm first. Little tap. Good. Think heel towards the butt. Yes. And then lower the foot down. And then switch it, knee to the other upper arm, heel towards the butt, and then lower it down. We're going to go straight into the next one. So knee onto the elbow or upper arm, hold. Either stay here or press down to the hands, bringing the other knee to the other upper arm, hold, squeeze in, press down more into the hands as you hug the thumbs in for 3, 2, 1, and then lower, 1 foot down, 1 foot down. Release. Well done. All right. Now, the next stage is once the knees are on the upper arms, you press down into the hands. You think jam jars with the hands and using the low belly. This is where it gets a little tricky. So it's a lot of work with the low belly to pick the knees off the upper arms, bring the knees towards one another, and then start to lift up. So still with this one, keep the knees bent. We won't go into the full extension just yet. All right. Candy's psyching herself up already. Okay, pressing down, walking in. One knee to one upper arm, squeeze the heel to the butt. So really containing the shape. We're going to make the shape nice and tight. Then you press down into the palms. We use the low belly to start to pick the knees off the mat. We think pelvis right on top of the shoulders. Yes, we keep pressing down to the hands. Keep working the elbows in. Keep moving the shoulders away from the ears for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly starting to lower down. That's it. Beautiful. Amazing. So if you're practicing this one against the wall, you want to make sure that the head is about a hand's distance away from the wall. All right. And then when you come up, even though if your pelvis is slightly tapping the wall, you want to work to get the pelvis away from the wall so that you're still in the correct alignment where the pelvis is right on top of the shoulders. Okay. How are we feeling? Good. We're going to go to the last stage now where we extend the legs all the way up. So when the knees are tucked in, it's from that shape that you can either choose to extend one leg and then one leg, or starting to lift the knees up and then extending the legs both at the same time. All right. So again, we shift forwards. We think chaturanga with the shape with the arms. Think shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze in, knees to the upper arms. Then we scoop in, knees together. Then stay, and then start to extend and stand. That's it. So think here when we're up, squeezing the inner thighs in, spreading through the toes. Keep drawing the elbows in, and then slowly bending the knees. Using the low belly with control. Either knees can come back to the upper arms to lower down or come all the way down. Take child's pose. So tripod headstand is more of a transitional pose. So you can use this for transitions to come into Bakasana or from Prasarita, wide-legged fold. And it's not really a pose that you want to be holding for a long amount of time. So I'd say to stay up there for at least maybe 3 or 5 breaths max. All right. So make sure, yogis, when you've done tripod headstand, to stay in your child's pose for a fair amount of time to release the neck. Candy, you can peel yourself back up now. So thank you for practicing with me today, yogis. Namaste.